Alright, so I'm gonna take just a little bit of a break from Library Runia, and I'm gonna try out their new game, Limbus Company. No idea what the hell if it's gonna have anything with Library Runia or not, but I don't know. I heard this is a bit of a gacha game, so I might want to check in on it every once in a while just to kind of see so I don't miss out on anything. But I guess we'll see if anything comes up with Library, like any spoilers. I'm just gonna stop right there and go back to Library for a bit, but I don't know. We'll find out.
이제 알았어? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라는 걸.
Let's see. It just says Dark Forest. Wolf, do you see now? You can't run from us. You dare interrupt me just as I was engraving the something. You must be out of your...
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
I'm wondering what the symbol is. Actually, that just looks like the clock. Okay. If we're being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's
아무도
taboos.
시도할 생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
It's just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. You catch my drift?
어라? 근데 이 녀석
Huh? Would you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
You managed to get a different head in so fast. Do people like you always come prepared? Just wait until I get the something. You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
I guess that new noggin doesn't go with the mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 걸까?
Yep, ticking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside?
째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는 걸 보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
Huh, it's ticking faster. I guess I could still feel pain. Damn it. Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. The something was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네. 그럼 슬슬 끝내자.
This art style is even better than Library. Holy shit. What? They gone quiet already. Let's get this over with.
그때 여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야.
Well, if this
뭐가 그리 급해?
is a place no one visits and somewhere no one can see, what's the hurry?
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
We must follow her teachings. We can't drag on any longer.
그렇지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런 녀석을 죽여보겠어?
Yeah, but this is a moment of a lifetime. We're not gonna get a second chance to kill someone of this caliber.
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
Lion, you have a tenacity to grow too emotional during your jobs. I hope you show some discretion. Sha.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
It's a shame. I wanted to have a look at your face. I reckon you won't tell us where your star is, right? Like hell I am. I'm taking something's location to the grave with. Damn it. Where was... Again? Supposed to be again? My memories are escaping too quickly.
그렇군.
Right.
있었지.
No mouth.
자연히 그것을 찾을 방법도 이자에게선 얻을 수 없겠군.
Which in turn means we won't learn how to acquire it from this person.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure. Huh?
이거 무슨 소리야? 표범, 설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고 온 거야?
Hey, what's that noise? Don't tell me, Panther. Did you allow yourself to be tracked?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
No, there's no one who could have pursued me. Perhaps a wild animal?
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
This is not the sound a beast would make. It's...
보스.
A bus?
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지 굴러들어왔지?
How did it even end up here?
조난당한 버스인가 본데?
Must have taken a wrong turn.
길을 잘못 든 죄값은 생각보다 무거울 테.
The price they pay for taking a wrong turn, the wrong road would be heavier than they expect. Just ran it right over.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
밀린 거야?
It bested Lion's strength.
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
If my eyes are still right, then you'll reach the harbor of glory. Let's see. Who are you? The nameplate says Faust.
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
You've lost your way in a dark forest. I'm sorry, what?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요.
Yet you were not overcome with fear. Why was that? That's... I could simply lift my head. I find a star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로 외치세요.
Now repeat with the heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself of that image.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star? At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the sting of several chains penetrating my chest. What?
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장을 못 쓰게 된 게 아니니까.
Hey there, Kale. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Relax. Don't make me feel otherwise. Your heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed.
단테, 이제 저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
Dante, from this day forth, we are bound to your time. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
The beating of our hearts now depends on where your hands
잘
fall.
부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Hour?
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Yeah, just a little bit. I've been playing a shit ton of library. Not that I'm not enjoying that game, but I could use a little bit of a break, and I figure why not dip into this a little bit? And, especially with it being a gacha, I mean, there's gonna be moments where, I gotta wait for more content, so might as well get a jump start on it. Is that really everything?
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
A single apple has fallen.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
This guy's still not making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
Jeez, that weight was killing me. Finally, some action now.
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지? 우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
What's with the wretch miserably writhing on the ground? The newest addition to the team?
말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
You might want to watch your words. I heard that's soon to be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
Well, this game doesn't have any spoilers for Runia, so we'll probably be fine. I mean, I'm still gonna be jumping into Runia, so we got the third realization done. So I'm gonna still make progress in that. I actually might play that later today, because I want to try to. I'm not sure what's coming up next, but the game's definitely gotten harder, so I want to see what else it throws at me. The attack must have happened in an instant. I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people, and what's up with this bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고 이건 원하는 곳은 어디든 갈 수 있는 마술 버스죠.
We are bearers of justice who have come to aid you. It's the magical bus that takes us wherever we wish to go. Justice? Bus? I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니.
Wasn't that what you expected to hear? Either way, you're better off believing us to be your
시간도
savers.
없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
We're racing against time and the situation isn't in our favor, so let me explain this once. So if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you said, those total strangers will fight for me?
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Correct, so long as you give them the right orders. Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. And I'll go back to where I was. Where I was and... What was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me, something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가.
Calm down, it's only natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
You should focus on the struggle at hand, Dante.
뭐라고 불러야 할지.
Was he just about to call us clock? Pardon, I'm not sure how I should address you.
지휘관님? 아무튼 전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
Would Commander Clock suffice? In any case, we await your orders.
명령까지야. 각계 전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
Mr. Jigsaw.
Do we really need orders? Seems like going one-to-one is the only way.
저기요.
Huh? Hey,
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
quit running your mouths. We just need to crush them all.
최선을 다해 주세요, 단테.
Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. All right. I have no idea what I'm getting into. It looks cool. Allow me to show you the basics of management and command. You can give orders to sinners by connecting chaining skills on a dashboard at the bottom of the screen. Try pressing the gear on the left. From here, form a chain of skills all the way to the gear on the right. Okay, so I gotta form the one that it's showing me. After you form a chain of skills, press the right gear to initiate combat. Okay.
전략이네요. 가보죠.
Oh, well. This is gonna go well. It appears we need a powerful tackles form a proper chain for it. Would appear... okay. Negative 25%. Negative 50%. Oh, God. Yeah, this is gonna go wonderful. By chaining 2 or more skills of the same affinity this turn, you cause a resonance. Resonance boosts the damage of skills of the same sin affiliate, their color in other words. The damage of each skill is boosted by the number of skills that come before it. Okay. So we got green and blue that are gonna get boosted.
좋아, 간다.
Wait, did they actually get damage on their sprites? That wasn't enough. We did instruct them even harder. Try training our skills together. Okay, maybe not on the comment one, but at least in the it showed she was receiving a little bit of damage. It's confusing, but it will tell you everything you need to know. Okay, got it. So let's see. Training 3 or more skills at the same affinity in direct succession will cause 8 absolute resonance. Okay, and it's wanting me to go straight. As we just covered, chaining 3 or more skills of the same affinity in succession causes absolute resonance. Every skill under absolute resonance receives a damage boost based on total number. Likewise, this boost especially shines with more resonating skills. Okay, start.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh, that's a cool animation. And then obviously there's increased damage with stagger. Okay. You'll find the word stagger thresholds on the health bar of both sinner and enemies. When an attacker puts a unit's HP below one of the yellow line thresholds, they will become staggered. While staggered, all physical resistance can change to fatal. If a unit's HP drops past multiple stagger thresholds in a single turn, their stagger level will increase. The stagger level can go up to 3, and as it increases, the damage the unit takes is amplified. Interesting. Well done, they're staggered. Now keep up the fight like I've taught you. Doesn't look like I can select enemies. So, if we want to do this... Okay, so there's like 2 different blues.
금방 다녀올게.
좋아, 간다.
Oh, he's not fucking around anymore. Well then. Oof. Oh, we got slaughtered.
이해가 되지 않는군. 이런 것들에게 사자가 당했다고.
I don't get it. This is what the lion struggled against?
잠깐만.
Oh, hang on.
방금까지 싸웠던 사람이 말하긴 그렇지만 이건 대화로 볼 수 있는...
I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we could talk this out.
이건
This
이상적이지 않소.
is unideal.
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데
I knew it was a ridiculous idea to put a fight against them. Jeez.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
Y'all kidding? I haven't even... What the hell is going on? You said you'd fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
And it seems I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you were waiting for this? You have some sort of hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수라기보단
Not necessarily a trump, no. Rather...
별을 따라가는 거죠.
Ah, damn! That's fucking gross, but okay. But it's about following the star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What is this, some kind of suicidal performance? Not the funniest lives to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly, only to die like flies. I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false lion.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
This flow cannot be stopped.
붉은색. 왜?
Red, but why?
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야 사지 멀쩡한 네가 저들을 데리고 허둥지둥 이곳을 벗어날 테니까.
Because at least one of you needs to be able to carry the rest of them out of here. God damn.
나는 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이 너밖에 없으니.
And you're the only one left to offer any help.
붉은 시선.
The red gate. Wait. That's interesting. Because I thought there was only like one color per person. So they just kind of like... Did they just chalk up that the red mist is dead? Alright.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면 별것도 아니잖아.
Don't glare at me like that. There's nothing to what you did.
그 정도 부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일 했다고 생각할 거다. 훈장처럼 여기라고.
With wounds like those, I suppose your boss will recognize that you did your part. Consider them a medal of honor.
아니면
Unless
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
you want this to be the end of your life. Technically, Gab's kind of been gone for a while. Has it been a while? Maybe, probably. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already...
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다, 단테.
No one is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
There's only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed with a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart was being torn asunder. Did he stab us? Followed by flashes in my ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. You... In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다, 단테.
You'll suffer a plenty from now on, Dante. In the voice of the man with the red eyes. Well, LobCorp died before Lobotomy Corp was made, and Lobotomy Corp canonically did last for 10 years, so... Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense then. It just threw me for a loop at all, because I keep hearing, you know, the red mist, and I thought there was only like one per color, but I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. Technically you're not wrong. Everyone in Lobotomy Corp did die that day when Gabora died. Well, not everyone. Some died before that, but still, you know what I meant. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
They're being itchy-twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차렸군. 버티지 못하고 골러갔으면 조금 실망할 뻔했어.
Okay, so now we're aboard Mephistopheles. Awake at last. I would have been a bit disappointed that you croaked on us.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
Fresh morning. This is Charon, the bus driver.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴 하겠어. 기분이 어떻습니까, 단테?
It's not morning, but I guess it's refreshing. How do you feel, Dante? Well,
지각거리는군. 의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법 곤란한데.
Tick-tocking like a clock. Some language barrier this is.
저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다. 이 말이 제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
You may call me Virgilus. If you understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of reaction, Dante. I gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아, 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카론.
Good. At least your hearing is functional. Let's ride, Charon.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now departing. Vroom vroom. There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus? I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were? Okay, so we're kind of doing the main character has amnesia kind of thing. I shook my head to say no. I've been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군. 그렇지 않나?
Suppose you want your memory back, am I right? I nodded. I sure felt like an idiot.
매끄럽군. 다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Smooth as it gets. What's to stop the rest of you from adopting this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
Any words of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
I doubt we'll have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. She was the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even with the sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air. Dante. Dante? Come to think of it, the red-eyed man had been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Dante is your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure sounds like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
자, 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
Faust can hear what you intend to speak. Really can? But how? I have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴 건가요?
Outdated ideas must have come with the side effect that one of the side effects that came with your head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위에 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건 시대착오적인 이야기죠.
It's anachronistic that think that vocal organs such as chords or tongues are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic? Right, never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할 수도 있답니다.
You can limit the recipient of your words to one person or choose to speak to everyone at once.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요. 수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
A little clarification. When I say everyone, I'm only referring to the sinners. Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
The people who have taken seats behind you.
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
And the ones who fought in your stead until moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
What? Oh, so thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How have you yearned for this moment.
씨, 머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
Say, pal, where'd you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살나 있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요. 혹시 둥지에서 의사 일이라도 했나요?
So it was you. Thanks for putting my spine back in one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in the nest?
다들 닥쳐라. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼 불쾌한 것도 없으니
Everyone, quiet. Nothing is more displeasing than to hear a choir of noises.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군.
I suppose you owe them a brief introduction.
그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
I'll give you time to make yourselves known, starting with the closest one. Go on.
왜 이런 건 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서는 이제 진절머리가 나는데.
Why is it always the one in front that goes first? I'm sick of taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
I heard you were going to be our boss, or yeah, our manager. Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야.
Yep, which is why I was real curious to meet you. One second. Okay, which is why I'm curious to meet you and...
역시 뭔가 말을 만드는 건 어려워.
Forming the right senses is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까.
Don't know what you did with your old head, but I guess everyone has their story.
그래 고르라고 한다. 잘 부탁한다고 관리자 양반.
I'm Gregor. We're in this together, Manager Bud. Let's see. I'm Gregor. We're in this together, Manager Bud. The sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or sudden change in environment may cause parts or whole of his body to transform into insectoid, notably akin to a carapace, resembling that of a blank tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with. And you can get around him without much difficulty as you learn the knack of it. Okay. He looks kind of cool.
그래,
양반이 뭐야 양반이. 이제부터 우리한테 엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
Greg, they aren't just our buddy or but our pal. We're talking to the person who will make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg? Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는 단테. 이름으로 부를게. 당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
Let's see, what's better? Dante? Don't mind if I call you by name. You can call me Rodya. Rodion. The unfortunate traits of being a backstreets born are apparent in the sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so it is advised to pay close attention to her as a manager. She tends to deflect orders with an impulsive wink or silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times, a reminder that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There is nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. Okay.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가 된 데 이유가 있다고 믿어.
I think there's a good reason you became our manager.
분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지. 그때 버릇을 조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
I'm sure you used to be a big deal back in the nest, right? When your old habits start coming back, we'll be that much closer to rolling in the dough. She does have social ability, I'll give her that.
내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
Oh gosh, look at me keeping on. Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day.
시시해. 그게 끝이야?
Oh, boring. That's it?
싱클레어라고 해요.
Oh, I am Sinclair. Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human grown around his age taken into consideration, the sinner seems to be particularly startled or frowned when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as splint innards at first. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself is unaware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow to an expert art that our company possession with the right stimuli. Okay, interesting. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요? 회사는 처음이라.
Is there anything else I need to say? I've never worked for a company before.
앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까.
Well, you'll learn the ropes in the coming days.
거기 그저 친구가 다음 타자하자.
Okay then, how about you next, nerdy pal?
상이라.
I am Yi Sang. Let's see. Formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing, the Center possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with the Center to prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoid communicating altogether will pose a risk of its own, however. If the Center remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. Okay, so this is a lot of text. Holy shit. That's it?
이상이요.
No smoke or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal what he was pulling a prank or something, but he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요.
I can't believe you people. Aren't proper introductions the first step of being a member of society?
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael if you please. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of our sinners, but do not worry. This sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it's a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you must forget this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be difficult to regain her trust. Anime Girl Moby Dick Protag? I actually never read that book, so it might be something I'm not getting.
동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
I heard you glued our bodies back together from pieces. I look forward to working with you. She is kind of cute, though. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Though she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel the most mimical sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프, 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker for property and people alike. Heathcliff, I haven't been reading these words. Maybe I should. Revenge? This is actually terrible text on black. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, but he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If fits of rage persist, please contact the Human Resource Department. Once you realize that he's the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만.
Not at anyone's orders, mind you. I only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 알레르기가 있거든.
I'm deathly allergic to cocky gaffers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 돈키호테일세.
Tis my turn to speak. I'm Don Quixote. Okay. There is no sinner that can outmatch one's level of passion if we're to measure it. An avid aficionado of all things fixer, she adores herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there's no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission.
그대와 함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사지. 잘 부탁하네.
She is very energetic. Holy shit. I'm a fixer who shall sprint for the dream side by side. I pleasure to meet thee. Have thee. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지.
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city.
도시에 대해서도 제대로 기억하지 못하겠군. 도시는
Perchance thou mayest struggle to remember the city. 'Tis...
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했던 것 같은데.
I believe I said this was for brief introductions.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
Don't make me say it twice. Next.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
My name is Hung Lu. I hope we get along well. Okay, yeah, I can't read that for shit. A sinner who has lived an affluent life before becoming a company asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. But occasionally he may make ignorant or unsavory questions in regards to food cooked by a certain other sinner or other aspects of lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let him get physical over it. So how are you feeling? Feeling cultured by all the references? I'm feeling stupid because I don't know all the references. I mean, obviously the Ishmael's and Moby Dick one, but
우와, 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
wow, and look at you. Isn't that a fascinating head there? Popular model these days, I suppose. No, that isn't this kind
내
of...
취향은 아니지만.
It's not in my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
The hell is wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just a moments away from swinging his bat. But when he realized the red gaze laid upon him, he grunted and sat back down.
슈.
It's Ryoshu. Okay, she looks cool. Of course, that might just be the inner weave of me just speaking because she's the katana wielder. As they say, every person has their own creed. It is only right to respect it as executive manager. But with some creeds, you may have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that a sinner in question is a silent chain-smoker whose eyes shine with euphoric gleam only during battle. She believed that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and step backward for art. Caution, the sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It's advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Is it just me, or does Hung Lao's face look extremely punchable? A little bit.
요르슈크.
Shuru's nice to meet you. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Marisol, please refer to me as such. Okay. Seems to be someone with, a man of little words, I see. Wants clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
This isn't anything special. I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Merci. Yes. I felt as if something was gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting. I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려다니 당치도 않습니다.
Please, I would never make my manager grovel before me.
오티스라고 합니다. 이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
My name is Otis. I would like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. Okay. This center could serve as an excellent advisor depending on the capacity on our however, she is also medicine tenacity, so it's recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She's an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You can trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike other centers, accessing records pertaining to the past of the center is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on the center and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Okay, interesting. Rudeness?
이거 참 마음마저 이렇게 넓으실 줄이야.
That's a scary look. Oh, please. Your generosity is a humbling sight.
역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸 한눈에 알아봤습니다.
I knew at first glance you have what it takes to lead us. Otis is Greek. It names roughly translates to nobody. Huh. Okay. Sorry?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만
While most humans cause noise and friction as a result of
그중
confrontation,
소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다.
some are able to reap mutual benefit from coming head to head.
검을 날카롭게 벼리기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼
It could be compared to the relationship between blade and a whetstone.
누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다. 편히 써주시기를.
I vow to serve you with unrivaled devotion, Executive Manager. My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring, thanks. I gave it an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
I'm amazed at how you could sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserably raving wretch. I think I see now.
마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Seems I'm the last. Faust is the name. The center who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, and the bus are operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there's no one in the city who could rival her knowledge, library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with the subtle gestures of arrogance, there is no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding once, getting over it, even though she is unparalleled genius. We can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out. Otis is the Odysseus. He calls himself Otis, a fake name for the Cyclops. Huh. Okay, interesting. I don't know these references because I haven't read that much. That's still interesting.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
A genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
Faust's illusion is based on the tale of Faust, who makes a deal with the demon Mephistopheles for knowledge. The demon is the bus. Ever heard the term Faustian bar? I've heard the term. I don't know what it means, but I've definitely heard it. Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
Dante is based on his devil. Jesus Christ. Oh, you mean the guy from Shin Megami Tensei 3, right? Yeah, I got it. It's a divine comedy thing. Well, it's fine. You'll come to learn all in due time. Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실 말이에요.
Faust is indeed a brilliant mind.
측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
When a proverbial tree falls, the fact of its sound cannot become truth when the outsider observer fails to recognize it. Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
That's enough greetings.
당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
They're asking if the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이 12의 수감자와 함께 지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
That's correct, Executive Manager Dante. You will embark on a trip to the Inferno with the 12 sinners who just introduced themselves. The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
They're asking why they need to travel to the Inferno.
지옥의 끝에는 보물이 기다리고 있으니까.
How about
그렇게
this?
말하면 되겠습니까?
Treasure awaits at the end of the road. Would that suffice? You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
They can't seem to get you at all.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은 것도 아니죠.
I did not ask for your understanding, Dante, nor was this a question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제 말을 들어야 할 겁니다.
You'll have to listen to me if you want to reclaim your memories and original head. I mean, I do want them back, but
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지?
Miss Faust,
거부할 거란 예상은 없었잖아.
what will we do if Dante keeps on refusing to cooperate? This is not a scenario we anticipated.
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다.
Preposterous. Faust anticipates every possibility.
모든 임무를 마치고 나면
Dante, once you've completed all your missions,
당신은 성위를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
you'll be able to engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠?
See there?
끄덕이잖아요.
They're nodding.
좋아, 계속 가면 되겠어.
Good, then we can continue.
카론, 아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
By the way, Charon, why isn't the bus moving? Were you dozing off?
기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아, 베르.
A bus driver only snoozes at rest spots, Verge.
루피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Mephi.
카론, 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
I told you, Charon, if anything happens with the bus, you gotta let me know right away. Mephi, who's that?
메피스토펠레스.
Mephistopheles.
이름이자
The name of the bus.
엔진의 이름.
The name of the bus and the engine that runs it.
그리고 파우스트의 심혈을 기울인 역작이죠.
And Faust's magnum opus cordus.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지.
An ideal ferry boat to bear us across the Inferno.
그렇게 생각하지 않습니까?
Wouldn't you agree, Dante? I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들이군.
Okay, Jesus Christ, this is a lot. Looks like we have another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
잘 됐습니다, 단테. 지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
This is just the right time, Dante. They should make perfect targets for practicing your command.
처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
Dante, I skipped over many details during our first battle.
제대로 설명할 시간이 없었으니까요.
We're short on time after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이루어지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고.
The ones you recognize were Breger, since I know about the metamorphosis in general. So I got the Bugman reference. Ishmael, Moby Dick, that one's really easy. Don Quixote is the name of the crazy knight. Yeah, I know a bit of I've heard like Don Quixote is the one who thought windmills were giants, right? However, we were slaughtered frequently if no improvements are made to our strategy.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는 고통을 느껴야만 하겠죠.
And in turn, you'll have to endure senseless pain over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was...
당신이 시계를 돌려주었기에
Yes, we were brought back to life because you turned back the clock.
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌 듯합니다, 파우스트 씨.
I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust.
특별한 담소는 나중에.
Save the chatter for later.
전원 하차.
Sinners off the bus.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. Okay. Goddamn. Don Quixote's glorification of Fixer is similar to that of doing a noble knight myth. Knights are glorified violent brutes and such where we romanticize them a lot, and Don's glorification of Fixer is a nice parallel. Okay. I don't know if I should change anything, but...
앞장서시오.
따라가겠어요.
네.
내가 필요해?
Oh no, it's just picking the,
최선을 다해볼게.
I don't get a choice. Alright. I guess we'll go with that.
따를게요. 효율적이라면.
Time for you to get confused again. If you got any questions, I'll see if I can figure it out, because I gotta learn. If there's one thing Library of Runa is forcing it on my... they're forcing on me now, is I actually have to learn mechanics. Prologue has fixed parties for tutorial. There might be a bit of detail the game doesn't tell you, so don't worry about it. Chapter 1 lets you pick. Okay. All actions indicated by speed value. Speed is a random node chosen within a given range each turn. Their positions of units are rearranged every turn according to their speeds. Those with lower speeds are placed at the front, making them easier targets. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I got two different types of blues. So why don't we start with green first? Okay, actually, let's see here. Inflict 2 Rapture. Inflict 1 Rapture plus 1 Rapture count. Rapture is when hit by an attack, take fixed damage by the effect potency, then reduced by 1. Okay. When attacked by skills that burst tremor, raise the staggered threshold. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. That inflicts bleed. So that, okay, so these are the same ability, but inflicts bleed. Sinking, when hit by attack, take fixed SP damage by it affects potency. Okay. Inflict 1 offensive level down next turn. Okay, so we got an idea what's going on. We're gonna inflict 2 rapture, offensive power down, a little bit of bleed, why not, and a sinking, sure.
금방 다녀올게.
At the start of each turn, a new skill slot will be added for one center that has yet to receive an additional one. Okay. By the way, elements in the game work slightly different from Runa. In Limbus status, effects have 2 values, unlike Runa, count and potency. Count is how many times it will trigger, potency is how strong it is. So burn with a count of 3 and potency 10 will inflict 10 damage over 3 turns. I see. Okay. So, when a center and their target both use attack skills, a clash occurs. A clash occurs when 2 characters attack each other. The side with the higher power wins, removing 1 coin from the loser. If both sides have coins, more clashes will occur until one side loses all its coins. The side that loses all their coins will have their attack skill cancelled. The winner will then attack the remaining coins, gaining a damage bonus based on the total number of clashes. In a clash, the power of 2 opposing skills is compared, and the side with the greater power wins. The gauge and text shown at the top of the screen predict the odds of winning. Okay. So, they have a 50% chance of winning, it looks like, right? Or am I just reading that wrong? But we can make that better.
적들을 제거하겠소.
Okay. That's 50% damage if they win. Look top middle, that damage amplified. For hopeless, struggling, neutral, favored, dominating, or unopposed, attack C odds. The blue orb next to a character's health bar is an indicator of their sanity or SP. The spear on the unit's right indicates their sanity or SP as a range of -45 to 45 plus 45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips being beneficial. Defeating an enemy boosts their sanity, while allies' death will harm sanity. Enemy units at low sanity may fall into states of low morale or panic. So they're in panic right now, which is does not act when hit. This unit is defeated after skill. Okay. When hit, this attacker unit is defeated after the skill ends. So for all our foes are falling in the pack, now's a chance.
행동을 개시합니다.
Huh, this is a little bit it's throwing at me.
보다는 쓸만해 보이는군요, 단테.
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away, save for one though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
They're worried over the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다. 마침 가야 할 길이었으니.
No need for concern. That's the direction we were heading anyway, Charon. Charon.
신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Pedal touches metal. Up for an exciting ride? Let's see. Sanity does influence coin flips at both ends. It can lower heads to 30 and raise it to 73% roughly. Okay. Okay, so it seems we're still using the same team.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
Please form a train. Chain, I have more to teach you. Well, we might as well go for the best chain we can get. Okay, that's kind of connected. Oh, I see. Okay. So, dominating's the best one, right? Or is it favored to be the best one? No, okay, dominating would be the best one. So those both are dominating, but we increase the chain over that one. These are both dominating. So we'll do purple, and we'll do dominating, and end with the chain. Skills have two major properties: are attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are slash, pierce, and blunt. The sin affinities are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. Combined with resistances, attack types, and affinity determine the damage of the skills. At this part here, you need to check the... Oh my goodness. Dominating means it's very likely to win. There are a few cheats, so it's not 100% guaranteed. It's a good rough estimate. I've memorized the sin colors. I don't know how I feel about that. At this part here, you can check the attack types. Sin... okay. And sin affinity, got it. You can see the resistance and weakness of each unit up here. This is a hooligan. Is vulnerable to slash attacks. Okay.
행동을 개시합니다. 기회입니다.
You also have defensive skills at your disposal. Defensive skills only activate when a unit is subject to an unopposed attack. This is effective if being targeted by multiple foes. Unlike skill attacks, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you be so kind, press Gregor's portrait. The guard generates a shield with a health equal to its power value. The shield will absorb incoming damage first. Use guard multiple times in a single turn while have it activate against an equivalent number of attacks. Good, a guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for a counter skill. Okay. Unlike other defensive skill, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding sin resource. When using counter, the character will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. Using multiple counters in a single turn will increase the number of incoming attacks the unit will strike back. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Lastly, we'll generate evade skill. Faust. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if the evade power is lower, so be careful. Using multiple evades in a single turn will increase the number of possible reuses. These skills have generated without a problem, so now utilize them to continue the battle. Your goal is to eliminate all your enemies. Got it.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh, that was a nice bit of damage.
해줘, 단테.
Okay, so we want to do slashing attacks, right?
좋아, 간다.
가라앉는군요. 아? 당연한 결과죠. 당연한 결과죠.
God, they just get splattered all over the ground.
잠시만요.
Okay, I'm liking this so far. The text is a little long-winded, but it's not bad. So, give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요.
I joined this company because I was told I'd be able to advance my career without slowing down.
근데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만.
Right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence, like we're rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
I object to its meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
Please, just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
Anyway, if all we're gonna do is beat up people under orders like hired thugs, so I'll have to consider changing jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는 허용될 수 없답니다.
Resignation is not permitted.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
Do you think the contract has any sway if it's based on lies?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까.
There were no lies on it.
네?
Huh?
설마 제가 메피스토펠레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나요?
You didn't think Mephistopheles was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서 울어.
Mephi is always hungry. It keeps crying. The bus gets hungry.
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물.
When the engine ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수 있어요.
Using that, you can grow more powerful.
이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠? 거울 속에서 모든 가능성을 끄집어낸다면
I'm sure Yi Sang knows this well. When all possibilities are drawn from the mirror,
장 또한 제약이 없어.
there's no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Is the self in the mirror my reflection, or another being entirely? Possibilities. You draw what exactly? Okay. Okay, it's actually asking me to extract now. Okay, I guess I gotta pick on this.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
She's section 5 Ishmael. Okay. Time for fixed roll. This one is rigged, will not consume currency. It's a freebie to tell you how gacha works. She Ishmael is rigged for this roll. At least it's also bad. Okay, Mirror Dungeon, clear chapter 2 to unlock. Inferno. Oops. Clear within 10 turns. Various possibilities emerge from the mirror. Faust, this is my job to take care of. Just who I was in the past. How to get myself roped into this. Okay, so I can't change anything. It's still having me do this. No, I can edit team now. Select you. I have to use it.
목적지는 호기만소.
그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
I see. This is what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마엘. 버스가 향하면 자연히
There's no need to get impatient, Ishmael. As the bus goes onward, you'll naturally...
자연히 시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
You'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks.
목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 기억이 조금 더 쉬워졌을 거예요.
Since this works by whisking out one of our limitless possibilities from the mirror world, it'll have overwritten a part of our memories.
익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해 보이는데?
Oh, hang on. That sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
What if I'm no longer my old self by the end?
여러분은 테세우스의 배가 아니에요.
Don't mistake yourself for the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만 주도권을 잃도록 설계되어 있지는 않아요.
While it's true that you borrow the identities and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control of your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
Different though your reflection may be, it is bound to vanish once you walk away from the mirror.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
How our capacity grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을 가장 효과적인 타이밍에 더 씌우는 일을 하실 테니.
It's up to you to place the most effective figment of possibility on us at the right times.
메타몰포시스를 말하는 건가?
I believe that's what you call a metamorphosis.
일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
Yes, I suppose you could say that it's a form of transformation.
뭐? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
Holly, where did you learn big words like that?
들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
I picked it up. My prior profession required meeting people with various occupations.
신이라.
Verwandlung, huh?
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting?
일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어 있을 테니 못다한 말은 나중에.
Let's make the wave first. Just spend more time together than you ever asked for, so keep that convo for later. Okay. Let's see how much more. It's already been an hour. Holy shit. Okay, so we're at wave 1. Each character has a skill set. There's a list of skills which they draw. Pick a character, open their tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Okay. Oops. Each center you control has a group of skills. The number of them from those skill sets will randomly be selected and deployed on the dashboard. Used skills are treated as discarded from the set. They will not reappear until the other skill in the skit has been used, thus refilling it. Additionally, attack skills have an offensive level and clashes. The difference in the offensive levels may affect the outcome. I should cover the basics of center skills, now give them orders. Okay, well, I wasn't done taking a look at this. Flying Sword, gain 2 poise. She also gets gain 1 poise count, gain 1 poise count hit A, and counter is... Okay. So they're good with, we need to do slash attacks.
적들을 제거하겠어.
Besides skills, your sinners have passive abilities. Sinners in battles have their combat passives active. Sinners who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put your theory into practice, activate the passive by chaining 2 pride skills. Which one's pride? Okay, that's gloominess. Okay, the dark blue's pride. Fix the power of coins to 0 for 1 turn with 1 coin per. This one will indicate which passives are active. Deal 10% damage to units with negative status effects. Okay. Our current counter comes in multiple waves. To help with this, your sinners possess 2 powerful skills called Ego, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use Ego, you need an affinity-based resource. You view the resources you currently have stockpiled here on the right. Okay. As this is your first time trying your hand at Ego, I've collected the necessary resources for you. This is a special power. You'll need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who currently use their Ego will be highlighted. Egos must be generated. Okay. Press and hold. Ego is a powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with their sinner's emotions. To use the Ego skill, you need a sin affinity-based resources. Whenever using an attack skill, you gain a resource match against affinity. On top of acquiring affinity-based resource, the Ego takes a toll on the sinner's sanity. At low sanity, the sinner may suffer Ego corrosion. Sinners corroded by Ego will ignore your commands, so ensure the sinners are in good mental health. After using an Ego skill, its passive ability will activate on the next turn. And further empower the sinner for the rest of the battle. Make good use of the variety of passives that the Ego has to offer. Okay, but here's the thing. What does her Ego do? It won't let me see. So I guess we'll just find out. Let's go ahead. We'll do purple. And we might as well... the fellow Ego takes no sanity, so don't worry about it. Scroll over the skill at the bottom. Should say at the top left. Heals 6 XP to all allies. Target 3 slots. Okay. And attack skills are single target or multi-target. The latter are AoE skills. This is an AoE one. Seems the Ego is about to play as an AoE skill. Targets of AoE skills are divided into 2 categories: the main target and sub-targets. Clash with AoE skills can occur when a chosen main target. If an AoE skill loses a clash, the attack will be cancelled off for every target. Sub-targets are determined by the target's attack range of the skill. AoE skills targets enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has a set number of targets. Each slot has a target capacity, which can take up multiple targets for an AoE skill. In regular combat, an enemy is only attacked once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. Since abnormalities, the slots of their body parts are only attacked once, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets. Okay.
생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
침묵을 안겨드리죠. 다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
낙엽하오.
모든 결과들은 하우스트가 알아요.
Okay, that looks kind of cool. AoE skill sub-target can hit the same target multiple times, reducing total targets sadly. So if the foe has 2 actions that might target both of them, but such only target one person, that's why you normally want to position your AoE skill on the board to hit as much as you can. Feels like your skill is an equal part of strategy. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game change skills for you. Change will automatically be chosen depending on what buttons you press. Win rate picks skills that are most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt your enemy the most. Auto-chaining is only available on stages where you've cleared the execution EX conditions. Note that auto-chains are not necessary to guarantee the optimal solution. Okay, well there's only one guy left, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
금방 다녀올게.
Auto kind of sucks depending on what you're using, especially one specific skill. I probably won't mess with it too much.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베르, 메피가 달리기만 했어도 길은 뚫렸을 거야.
Road's clear, but Verge, Mephi could have just run them over just fine. Huh? What'd I fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgilius stepped in.
진정하시죠, 단테.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까?
It's not right to ask a toddler to run when it is yet to take its first steps.
걸어볼 기회가 있다면 직접 걷고 나서 달리셔야죠.
You need every opportunity to try and walk before you made to run. Army kind of has a similar thing. It's like you got to crawl before you walk before you run. It's kind of like how we have how a lot of our training is done.
그리고 단테.
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은 관리자.
as a manager,
저들의 관리를 하는 게 업무입니다.
it's your job to manage your staff.
나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게 개척할지는 내가 판단합니다.
And I am the guide. I decide where we go and how we arrive there.
알겠습니까?
You get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지? 파우스트 씨.
I heard ticking, so what did they say, Miss Faust?
말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
감정을 성대하기도 하는군. 앞으로는 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다, 단테.
Some verbose agreement that was. A nod should be enough to let me know that you approve, Dante.
그럼 메피, 출발하자. 야호.
Now, Mephi, off we go. Woohoo.
결혼 기분이 어때?
How are you feeling, Charon?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것 같습니다, 카론.
Extreme excitement. About to walk on air, reports Charon.
좋아.
Good. So where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
Virgilius, they'd like to know the destination.
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
I believe I told you that already, Dante. But just where are we going? With this sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. Oh, do we get the anime opening? Yep, there we go. Why do I get the feeling like there's audio that's supposed to be playing? Because I'm not getting any. Excuse me? Supposed to play a Millie song? Okay, on the one hand, I'm kind of happy because every time there's like a Millie song for YouTube, I automatically get hit by copyright. On the other hand, I might have to go back and watch this because I want to hear the song. Yeah, I'm sure I can easily find it. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but still, that is a bit annoying. Here's hoping it didn't fuck up the audio for the rest of it, or I'll have to reset stuff. Okay, so audio is back. The battle pass is unlocked. Okay. It's still showing things to... Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. System notifications, how to inquire, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna annoy me if I don't get rid of those. Okay, so what do we have? Pre-registration rewards. Okay, we'll receive that.
나는 유려하면서도 비범하게 심장을 베는 법을 알고 있어.
Okay, we got a Blade Lineage Saozu. Okay. Fine. Anything else we gotta keep an eye out for? No, it just seems like random currency of the game, so we'll just receive all that. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Hey, how's it going, Wolf Warrior? How you doing? Soul Sing can be found on Mealy channel. It's called In Hell We Live and Lament. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take a look at that once I'm done here, because I definitely want to hear that. Okay, sinking. So we got 72, 4 to 6, 14. What is this one? Gain 1 poise next turn, 66, 3, 5 speed. Okay. I don't know which one is necessarily better at the moment. Let's see. There's a small detail that the game won't tell you. For like Fishmail Ego will target enemies further skill slot, and you can manipulate clash order a bit using defensive action because it won't cause a clash redirect. Okay, so I don't need to do that. Interesting.
네, 오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요.
I guess we should just continue with the story? See what happens? Okay, out of curiosity, how much is it for a pull? 10 pull is 1,300. Standard. Okay, so we can get a cheap 800 pull for the start. Extraction of remaining 3 identity or ego assured in 20 extractions. Should we go ahead and pull first? If not gonna pull, you're actually asking me in chat already. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and give it a shot? Since this is a cheap one. I'm guessing this is like the guaranteed high ranking one.
드디어 저를 쓰시는군요. 후회하지 않으실 겁니다.
Ncorp, is it Ncorp? Ncorp Middle Hammer? Okay, I can hit that to hit them all. Okay, so I don't get that one at a time. Okay, we might as well just do this again. Oh, hello. You're shiny.
거슬리는 게 있다면 난 그림자조차 베어버려.
Ooh. Take a look at that real quick. Okay, so head hit, it inflicts bleed. Zealous Purge. On hit, inflicts 1 nail next turn. Nails at the start of turn gain 1 bleed. Increase bleed count by its effects count. At the end of the turn, half the count, rounded down. Inflicts paralysis next turn. You know what? Yeah. If target's HP is below 50%, 10% damage, inflict more bleed. Interesting. Inflict 1 paralysis, inflict 2 bleed, head hit, inflict a +1 bleed count. Yeah, I might as well just put those on there, I guess. Why not? Was there anything else that we got? Basic ingots is for most that feed their... Both the basic identities for those that feed their ego, I guess. Keep in mind, though, different ID, different set of sin, so some of them might have a harder time feeding sin to ego. Please note that the free 0 identities get stronger as the story progresses, so slightly better. Okay. Do I want to try to use this thing? Extract 10. I might as well, right? There's no reason not to hold on to this.
복잡한 건 생략하죠. 제가 뭘 하면 되나요?
Arcorp 4-pack Reindeer Ishmael. Okay, so for that one, we need 1,300, which we do have it for, but why don't we play more of the game right now? So where was Ishmael? Sinking. I actually kind of like this one. You should ET 100 thread to start with. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, let's go ahead into the Outcast. Vroom vroom. Okay, so there's 11 stages here. The ride is awkward and intimidating. Even though I've handled the title of manager, I have no idea what to do at a time like this. So I had to ask the center with the bug arm where we're currently headed. They give 100 thread in the mail. It is a thing to upgrade it 00 and 000. Okay, hold up. So let's see. Oh, okay, I see.
네, 오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요. 가보죠.
I didn't seem to get it. I don't know if I need some of these, so I might as well just cash some of these in. They're adding thread farming in the week, so okay. Shards are for buying egos and identities, especially the thread to starter stage. It should be coming next week. You don't need to upgrade for now. Oh, okay. Well, I need 20 for a 3-star. How much do I need to upgrade you? I could upgrade you, which increase our speed. We'll just wait.
오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요. 가보죠.
You can spend 150 shard for a 2-star, a 400-star ego. Besides, you need a lot of thread to upgrade. All right, whatever. Let's continue story. I want to make some progress. We've been doing story shit for an hour. Add as a friend. I will do that as soon as we get past this. Just give me a second, please. You guys are throwing a lot at me.
베르,
Verge.
앞에 장애물이 있어. 부릉부릉. 해도 돼?
Lock at your head. Permission to vroom vroom. The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memories could certainly didn't help either.
그래. 계속
All right,
가자고.
let's proceed.
덜컹덜컹.
Okay, here comes the bumpity bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘 먹었다고 그랬어.
Good lord. Expensive washer fluid. Verge says he paid a fortune. The clumps stuck to the window gently dissolve, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey. It felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when a conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. I mean glasses. You know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me bug guy, didn't you?
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 그레고르요.
Once again, my name is Gregor.
당신이 시계 대가리가 아니라 단테라고 불리듯이.
Same way you're called Dante and not Clockface. I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반. 우리 지금 어디로 가는 거야?
Say, bus girly, where are we headed? Weren't you just giving a shit about not giving you a proper name?
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요.
Once again, my name is Charon.
당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고 불리듯이.
Same way you're called Gregor and not Bug Guy. She got you there, Gregor.
본전도 못 건졌네.
She really did.
베르가 말했어.
Verge said
수감자들은 사구로 간다.
the sinners will go to District 4.
방금 사구라고 말했는가?
What? Oh, did District 4 fall upon my ears?
그곳은 연주낭자의 출신지로 유명하지. 영웅의 발자취는 그때부터 시작되었다네.
That place is...
바야흐로
Oh my goodness. The place is known to be home of Grass Maiden. 'Tis the origin of the heroine's journey, and 'twas the...
아까부터 시끄럽게 쫑알쫑알.
Bloody hell, you're rattling on and on and on.
다물고 조용히 좀 가지.
Can't you just shut up and let the trip go in peace?
나는 아까까지 입을 다물고 있었네만.
Why? I had remained silent until mere moments ago.
말 대답하지 말라고.
Said to shut up.
이봐요. 본인이 더 시끄럽다는 건 알아요?
Sorry, did you happen to realize you're being louder here?
죽어도 살아난다고 해서 아프지 않은 건 아니야. 한 번만 더 주둥이 놀려봐.
Even if you can't die, you sure as hell can suffer, no? So say that again.
그런 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게 폭력이라니. 수준 알만하네요.
I say the right thing and your first response is violence? Shows how refined you are. Huh. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Now, guys. It's inadvisable to lose your... God damn.
모분초도.
Trashes.
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지. 도야지 같은 새끼들.
To write against noisy crying hogs until scraggling. Excuse me?
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수 없다네. 그대는 내가 응징하지.
Says this violence shall be forgiven. I bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어. 옷에 피가 튀었잖아. 저기, 꼭 내 옆에서 싸워야겠어?
I knew this would happen. Let the spot on my clothes. Look, do you guys really have to fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination, and they are already killed 3 of our own, that is.
이거 잠깐 한눈이라도 팔려고 하면 사고를 치는군.
Can't take a small break without anticipating trouble, can I?
넷, 이번 달 버스 청소다.
You 4, cleaning duty for the next month.
어째서 본인은 정의를 구현했을 뿐인 것을.
Such unfairness. I merely sought the hand of justice.
잠깐, 내 옷 빨래도 포함시켜줘. 피는 와인이랑은 다르게 잘 안 빠진단 말이야.
This D&D session is going so poorly. What are you talking about? Isn't that... I'm pretty sure that's how every D&D session ends up at some point. Pretty relatable to any game with friendly fires on. Exactly. Also, tell them to do laundry too. Blood doesn't wash off as easily as wine stains. Sheesh, dry cleaning is costly. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back.
시계를 돌려주시겠습니까?
Dante, I'd like you to turn the clock back. Turn the clock back?
그런 모양새면 어리둥절한 표정이라는 건가? 기억해두죠.
That must mean there's a puzzled look on your face where your face should be. I'll keep that in mind.
씨,
Miss Faust? Virgil gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh but still came to my seat, probably out of sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도 당신이 했던 일을 말하는 거예요, 단테. 그때는 본능으로 해냈던 거겠지만.
It's the same thing you did on the day we first met, Dante, though I suppose that was more of an instinctual reaction.
다시 해보죠. 눈을 감으세요.
Now, let's try again. Close your eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow Faustus' instructions here.
사실 문은 어디에나 있어요.
In fact, the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만 보이죠. 왜냐하면 당신의 하늘엔 별이 지지 않았으니까.
However, only you can see it, for the stars never set in your sky. At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced that light. Then I saw a space. I was alone there. And a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonizing cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it was what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I groped about the door. Dozens upon dozens of last wails lay within. And reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl upon my hand onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가 되었나요?
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question, or rather pressure to comply? I pushed forth the sinners, grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spreads to my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe it makes me wish I was dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel on top of the pool of blood in my helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Soon, the blood soaking the ground consolidated into 3 masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished just like that. A little bit. I've had kind of, haven't been sleeping too well recently. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus.
목이 베어졌다가 붙어버린 신경은 어떻지?
How does it feel to have your head? How does it feel to have your head back after it was severed? Was it exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back and you're gonna straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury.
어차피 살리는 게 대기 할 일 아닌가?
Isn't it your job to bring us back?
가 있으면 그 가짜는 시계대가리째로 부수기 전에 저리 짜져 있어.
If your job's done, then step aside before I knock your dumb clock off.
잠깐만요. 단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것 같은데 이쯤에서 저
Please wait. Dante looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we should. Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved in the side of Sinclair's head. God damn it. Fucking hell. Yo, how's it going? How you doing today, Infector? The incoherent gargles of a dying person violated my ears.
시계대가리, 다음번엔 널 으깰 거야.
Next time, Clockface.
이만하면 알아들었지?
You're crushed. Are we clear?
정말 생긴 대로라더니
You really are as coarse. Jesus Christ. I always gotta let them finish. You really are as coarse as you look.
넌 죽어 사는 만족을 못 하나?
Was dying once not enough for you? How's a dysfunctional family? It's interesting. I'm liking it so far. I've still gotta. I just hope there's no Libraries of Runa spoilers because I'm still going through that game. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Heathcliff tightened his grip on the bat, and Ishmael was ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? I was lost in thought. All tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로 교정해둬야겠어.
It seems this team is in serious need of discipline. Okay, so they're scared of this guy. The sinners on the collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스 안에서는 무기 부딪히는 소리가 들리지 아니한다.
Do not let me hear weapons clashing inside the
이
bus.
순간 이후로 이 규칙이 깨어지면
If any of you break this rule as of now,
너희는 내게 제발 죽여달라고 애원하게 될 거야.
you're going to be begging for me to let you die.
난 충분히 그럴 수 있는 사람이야. 알지?
I'm sure you know I'm capable of that and more, right? Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Let's see. Beyond this organization exists. So far there is no spoilers. Half the identities are based on the organization introduced in the game, and the other half are introduced in Runa. That's not a major plot spoiler. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how far I'm in Runa, to be fair, so it's not like I'm completely blind. I just did the fight with where you actually fight the first blue reverberation. I'm trying to think what else I did. There was the thumb with a bunch of gun guys, the smoke group with blue reverberation, the flame guys that was a pain in the ass, and then the Kane office. That is where I'm at the moment. Also, 3 realizations done so far. I still gotta play that some more. I'm gonna play that this evening. So Star of the City. Yeah, Star of the City. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
한테 미안하게 됐습니다. 시계를 한 번만 더 돌려주시죠.
Dante, I'm sorry about this, but I need you to rewind one more time. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgilius's face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을 때 문을 여는 게 좋을 텐데 관리자 단테.
You'd better open up while I'm still feeling generous enough to ask and offer apologies, Managers Dante.
단지 아픔이 두려운 거라면, 그래서 고개를 젓는 거라면 기꺼이 도와드리겠습니다.
Oh, and in case you're refusing simply because you don't want more pain, I can gladly help you with that.
그 정도의 고통에는 눈 하나 깜빡 안 하게 말이죠. 그럼 견딜 수 있지 않겠습니까?
This degree of pain will feel like nothing by the time I'm done. Surely you'll be a tougher person afterwards, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가? 관리자님이 분명 거부 의사를 내비쳤던 것 같은데.
Did I hear correctly? I'm pretty sure our manager clearly declined your request. Don't sell me out like that. I wasn't denying it.
당신 끼어드는 박자가 잘못됐군.
You? This is not the time to step in. Let's see. Like the Shia associations are assessed, not spoiled at all. I guess in general, Limbus company is completely separate from the other two games. Not really. It's kind of spoiler, a bit of okay, so then I don't have to worry about too much.
입사할 때 나의 상관은 네가 아니라 관리자님이라고 분명히 들었다.
I was informed when I joined the company that the executive manager would be my superior, not you. Wow, she's got some balls.
관리자께서 고개를 저었다면 의미는 충분히 전달되었다고 보는데.
I would say that the manager has made himself clear with the shake of the head.
보좌관께서 나서시겠단 말인가?
I see. So their aide has decided to step in. Is that it?
그렇다면 보좌관께도 충분한 의미를 전달해 주어야겠군.
Then it is my turn to make clear what I mean. The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager, or even deserve to take on this role. But I felt I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. Virgilis noticed me motioning her to stand down, and withdrew the red glow from his glare as if of mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
Good thinking.
관리자께서 그러시겠다면.
As you wish, manager. Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she simply backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with a twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express in full anyway.
고맙습니다.
Thank you very much. Let's see. Basically, Limbus is a story in the aftermath of lobotomy, and to be fair, with the infinite revivals, I would also have some balls. I don't know. She seems to be the only one that's actually stood up to Verge so far. Sinclair stood up with a pain moan and bowed to me before waddling back off to his seat. Okay, so we got... Okay, so let's see.
네, 오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요. 가보죠.
Okay, so there's the Kefalin boxes. I'm not exactly sure how to add people. Oh, here we are.
관리자님? 에휴, 저도 이만 돌아갈게요.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna need some kind of code or something. Alright. Let's go ahead. By the way, next banner is Rodin, rate up, increase your wondering about rule. I don't know, somebody said something about adding people as a friend. I don't mind adding people. It's not like I don't exactly know what it does, though. Okay, dance time. After being asked a favor I couldn't turn down, I was forced to bear a series of pains worse than death rewinding the clock. The bus fell silent in a less than pleasant way, but I kept my mouth shut, so hope nothing else happens until we reach District 4. Clear with 10 turns. Okay, go ahead and give that a shot. I think for right now, we're gonna go... Let's try out some of the egos that we got.
검은 갈아뒀다.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어. 내려 부스러 갈 시간이다.
Oh, this is a 4-team.
네, 원하신다면.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어.
네, 원하신다면. 네, 원하신다면. 네, 원하신다면.
저를요?
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
Sure? basically the support unit in Arknights. I've never played Arknights. I don't play too many gachas. The only gacha I've really played was Genshin Impact. I played that one for a little while. And I did do a little bit of, what's the, Fate Grand Order? Didn't play it too much. Pardon me, I have a question. Don Quixote suddenly raised her hand. Shoot. Barely, I understood the first rule well. What's the second rule then?
아니 그걸 왜 굳이 나서서 물어보는 거야?
Really? Why are you so eager to learn that? Virgilus gave a cold stare to Ryoshu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에 담배꽁초 버리지 마. 자국 남으니까.
Don't litter the bus floor with cigarettes. They leave burn marks. Huh. The bus falls silent again.
잠깐. 버스에 정적이 흐르면 안 되지. 엔진 소리는 어디 갔나?
Basically, you borrow your friend's units for battle? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Now, wait a minute. The bus shouldn't be this quiet. Where's the engine's roar?
왜 속도를 안 내는 거지?
Karen, why aren't you speeding up?
밥이 없어. 메피가 배고파해.
No food. Mephie is hungry.
잘 됐군. 분위기를 좀 환기시키지.
Good, we can use something to lift the mood. As we're dropping by a are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilus casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien.
차가 움직이려면 연료가 필요하지.
A car needs fuel to run.
캐론, 헤드라이트를 깜빡거려봐. 무대 조명처럼.
Karen, try flashing the headlights a bit like stage lights.
댄스 타임이야.
It's dancey time.
헤드라이트까지 켜면 습격받기 딱 좋은 상황이잖아요.
Wait, if we do that, we're effectually asking to be attacked. That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus outside.
가진 거 다 놓고 내려. 30초 준다. 10, 9.
Oi, leave all the stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds. 10, 9, that is not 30 seconds.
20이 빠졌잖아.
Hey, you skipped 20 of them.
그럼 20초 동안은 기도나 하고 있어라.
Number nuts, hooligan. Say your prayers for the other 20.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란 사람들이 많은 건지.
Why am I surrounded by dullards left and right?
뭐라고 했냐?
What'd you just say?
비겁하게 습격을 하다니 틀림없는 악인들이로군.
How cowardly of them to ambush us. They must be villains without a shadow of a doubt. All right, everyone, off.
그리고 말이야.
And one more thing.
최대한 죽지 않을 만큼만 해줘.
We want them near death, not dead. Got it? Okay, so let's see what these new egos do. Or not egos, identities. I actually like the look of Ishmael here. Okay, so they are weak to slash. Which I don't have a lot of. Okay, that's great. I am a genius, apparently.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Oh, damn.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
휘청거리는군. 죽음으로 참여하라.
순조로운 전략입니다.
소란이 줄었네요.
Okay, we actually should be able to do this, right?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
순조로운 전략이군요. 좋은 전략이군요. 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
인간이 휘청거리는군. 모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
Alright, that was cool.
이걸로 나는 더 높은 자리로.
Okay. So everyone gets a bit of experience, but the active party members get a little bit more, it looks like. Alright, that's cool. Okay, sorry, not ignoring chat, what's going on? Hey there, Sazin? I'm probably butchering that, I'm sorry. They had your ID code when you open a profile, had to do a thing, did you invite me? You want to put it in chat? Okay, so one second. We can do that real quick. Window, how do we do this again?
오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요. 가보죠.
Sure, we'll go ahead and confirm. I think that went through. I'm not sure. 1 second. Give me a second. We'll go ahead and how do I? Okay. That seems like to be too many letters. Unless I fucked it up. Hold up. E167079780. There we go. This one?
관리자님? 에휴, 저도 이만 돌아갈게요.
Oh, did I thought I did that. There we go. Cool. Sorry about that.
관리자님? 에휴, 저도 이만 돌아갈게요.
Okay, suppress one abnormalities, defeat 20 enemies. Okay. I do not want to buy progress. That's fine. Okay, let's keep going. So we got to 1-3 now. A band of thugs attacked us trying to take the bus. For some reason, we leave them barely breathing instead of killing them outright, placing them in front of Mephistopheles. Yep, go ahead and continue. The only thing I might want to change, swap her out with somebody else just to kind of see how they do.
찝보담하던 참이었어. 내려 부수.
와, 기대되네요.
네, 원하신다면.
이단에게 철의 단죄를.
If you want to bring a friend character, you can. Okay, we'll have to check that out. With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. This is really fucked up. A number of human shapes slid at the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Ah, that's a lovely sound. The bus began devouring those served to its in the most literal sense, gluttonously, ferociously. Roshu watched it with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
The hell look like they're out of their minds. Don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Okay. I'll get a dip out for now. See you later. I appreciate it. Sent you one that you can accept later if you want. Pretty good supports for you. Click the character there, select their identities, click support to see friends. Alright, I won't be going too much longer, so I need to go lay down for a little bit. But I appreciate you stepping in. Always nice to talk to other people when I'm streaming. Hopefully I'll see you more when I play more library tonight. But I think I might go for another like 30 minutes, and we're probably going to call it there. His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure none of them were forced to join, right? None of you were forced to join. Though what I was involved in before my heads changed is a mystery. I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. Maybe they aren't so different from me, or so I thought when... Sinclair's head drooped in response, like I struck a nerve.
맞아요. 이건 제 선택이죠.
That's right. It
익숙해질 거야.
was my choice. I'll get used to all this, right? He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요. 저기 또 악의 무리가 달려드네.
'Tis what I would have done even if the company recruited me not. Look, yon horde of evil approaches. Okay, I'm sure that beep is something, and if that is a follower, I do appreciate that. I need to set up alerts or something so I actually see who does that stuff and thank them personally. But I'm not sure how to do that yet. Okay, so we got pretty much the same enemies as last time.
거치적거리지만 마. 정신을 물러 터졌군요.
Oh, I actually lost the clash.
판단을 부탁합니다.
Okay, we can actually already go do her again.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
모든 것
I mean, we have the. We might as well use it, right?
꽤 잘 갈렸고, 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
God damn.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
검을 덜갈아 정신을 물러 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
규정대로
소란이 줄었네요.
이 정도면 피는 만족할 만큼 본 것 같고.
Okay, manager level increased, Kefling capacity up from 60 to 63. Okay, cool. Should I spend a little? We'll actually save the lunacy for when I leave. Clear within 10 turns. Okay, so each one has an objective we got to try to fulfill, and that's what's awarding us lunacy. Do we have any EX1s on the previous level? Probably not, right? Clear within 10 turns. Okay. I'm assuming these are all the same. Clear within 10 turns. Okay, cool. We watched this Mephistopheles as it consumed the corpses, its maw looking more reliable than the sinners. I knew something was up from the moment I saw this bus for the first time, but what is this exactly? Faust seems to be have something to say. Actually, hold up. Before I do anything further...
네, 오늘도 하루가 시작됐네요. 가보죠.
Wait. Oh, there we go. I gotta actually press it. There we go. There you go. Anybody else? I don't mind. As long as you don't mind somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Okay. I'm assuming that we get information on the enemies after with the fight, right? Let's go over here, enemy info. Okay, so we can kind of look at their resistances after we do it at least once. Figure out the best team to grab. Got it.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어.
따라가겠어요.
Excuse me? I don't think I can add anybody yet. It doesn't look like. Let's see. Maybe I didn't read it right. Click the character to select their identities and select support to see friends. Okay.
기다리고 있었죠.
Okay, maybe I'm an idiot and I have to do this a little bit later. To use a friend support, press the switch next to edit team under affinities. Okay. Okay, so as interesting as it is, I mean, and I would probably do that right now. I'll do that at some point. Right now, I want to see how far I can get just based on my own. And if I actually hit a wall, I will do the support. But now that I know how to do that, that kind of...
저를요? 최선은 다해볼게요.
빨리 시작하시죠.
I don't want to get hard carried into like some of these fights and then not know how to play the game, because I feel like that would end up only hurting myself.
배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제더라. 기계 덩어리 팔자가 더 낫네.
Gee, when was the last time I had a feast? Even a big blocky machine eats better than we do.
제공되는 식사는 모두
Okay, this is reminding me of the singing machine, and I don't like it. Do you mind all meals provided with appropriately determined qualities?
또 먹어서는 기운이 안 난단 말이야.
It's not nearly enough to get me going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in a distance, but Rania seems to pretend she did heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요. 로보토미 코퍼레이션에서 추출했던 에너지죠.
It's ecophalin, a energy source Lobotomy Corporation treated.
이전 엘사 말이군요. 특이점으로 에너지를 생산하는 회사라고 들었어요. 엘사가 몰락한 지금은 잔해밖에 남지 않았지만.
You mean the previous Cell Corp? I heard it produced energy using its singularity, though all that remains of the company is now as rubble.
맞아요. 그래서 지금은 구하기가 꽤 힘들어요.
That's right, which is why it becomes a rarity these days.
메피스토펠레스는 신체에서 엔케팔린을 강제로 추출할 수 있죠.
However, Mephistopheles is capable of forcibly extracting cephalin from the body. The body? I posed a question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the maw of the bus in turn.
네. 엔케팔린은 뇌와 척수신경에서만 추출돼요. 특히나 생명 활동이 있을수록 효율이 좋죠.
Correct. Cephalin can only be extracted from the brain and spinal nerves. It can be taken from live subjects for greater efficiency. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay, and
그럼 해당 부위만 먹여도 되는 거 아니야?
if
라기엔 피와 근육도 연료로 쓰일 수 있어요.
If why the rest of their bodies is what you're thinking, there is a point, as their blood and flesh can be processed into fuel.
엔케팔린이 시동과 추력을 위해서 필요하다면 나머지 생체 물질은 순항할 때 사용되죠. 엔케팔린이 되도록 천천히 소모되게 하기 위한 설계죠.
While ecophalin is used to generate ignition and thrust, the remaining organic material is spent on maintaining speed, thus reducing ecophalin usage.
하이브리드요.
A hybrid. Faust went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities, that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. I got it's tough work at least.
뭘요? 파우스트는 고생하지 않는다.
Don't mention it. Faust knows no struggle.
고생은 우리가 하고 있지. 이봐, 관리자 양반 또 온다고.
If anyone's doing the heavy lifting, it'd be us. Hey, manager bud, more incoming. All right. We're slowly getting it. Okay, so we're gonna want something like that.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 일단 그의 정신이 물려 터졌군요. 전투에 임하겠습니다. 소란이 줄었네요. 소란이 줄었네요.
Oh, we can actually see hers now. Oh no, that's the same one. Never mind, I'm stupid. Ignore me.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
Okay, overkill, but whatever.
소란이 줄었네요.
이걸로 나는 더 높은 자리로.
Okay, I'm assuming she's getting the most damage just because I keep using her ego. Okay, I think we'll do one more, and then I'll do a pull. Let's see. When the bus was just about to finish its meal, Virgilius shouted at me that we were expecting a guest, because he would be joining us at this less than pleasant trip. Okay, we actually have 5 people this time. What's, Jeez, she is super excited, isn't she?
와, 기대되네요.
네, 원하신.
와, 기대되네요.
One second.
준비되었어요.
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
와,
네, 원하신.
검은 가로도
따라가겠어요.
앞장서시오.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어. 내려 부스러 갈 시간이다.
검은 가로뒀다.
네, 원하신다면.
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
Trying to figure out how this works.
저를요?
기다리고 있었죠.
와, 기대되네요.
검은 가로뒀다.
Because we want as many chains as possible, right?
이오티스 참전합니다.
어이, 적당히 끝내라. 곧 손님이 방문할 거야.
Hey, that's enough of that. We're expecting a guest any time now. Virgilius said, poking his head out the window. Guest? Who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까 길잡이가 필요할 것 같아서요.
I've determined that we need a guest as this is our first trip to a dungeon.
저 혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나요?
Excuse me, are you the people from Limbus Company? Someone approaches us slowly.
맞나 보네요.
Looks like it. The bus just finished its meal, crunching in the last remains of bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself.
예전 엘사에서 근무했던 유리예요. 잘 부탁합니다.
I'm Yuri, a former employee of the previous L Corp. Look forward to working with you. By L Corp, do you mean?
로보토미 코퍼레이션이겠군.
Has to be Lobotomy Corporation. That's right.
로보토미 코퍼레이션. 구 엘사의 옛 지부들로 향합니다.
We will explore the former branch facilities of Lobotomy Corporation, also called the Old L Corp.
불러도 절대 안 왔을 것 같은데.
If I were you, I wouldn't have taken part in this.
수락한 날개라니. 분명 끝이 좋지 않았을 텐데요.
Being a fallen wing and everything, I thought your employment ended on pleasant
무슨
terms.
소리야? 날개고 뭐고 돈만 함께라면 뭐든 유쾌한 기억이 된다고.
What are you on about? Any point in your life can be pleasant as long as you have money to spend.
거기는 아직도 괴물로 득실된다는 소문이 있던데.
I heard those places are still teeming with monsters to this day.
괴물이 아니라 환상체요. 어쨌든 사실이에요. 하지만 더 중요한 것들이 있죠.
Not monsters, abnormalities. The rumors are true either way, but there's more important matters.
가장 깊숙한 곳에 최근에 피어나기 시작한 의사의 기술의 핵심 정수가 존재해요.
In the deepest reaches of these branches are neoplastic plant-like growths holding the essence of Elcor's technology.
며칠 전에 내가 제안했던 걸 기억합니까? 성의를 새기게 해줄 거라고 말했는데.
Dante, if you remember, I believe I offered you to let you finish engraving your aspect a few days ago.
황금 가지를 모아온다면 그 정도는 어려운 일도 아니게 될 겁니다.
With the essence, those golden boughs in our hands, it'll be easy as pie. The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는 없습니다. 그때가 되면 전부 알게 될 테니까요.
There's no need to rouse your brain trying to remember what you can't. It'll all be back in due time. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if it's lobotomy corpus scouring, we might find some ecophalin too.
그러면 더 이상 사람들을 갈아 넣지 않아도 되겠네요.
Oh, does that mean we won't have to feed people into our vehicle?
거기다가 운이 좋으면 에고까지 얻을 테니.
We could also grab some.
3조네요.
We could always grab some ego if we're lucky. So that's 3 rats with 1 stone. Ego? That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. And someone else seemed to agree.
유리 씨는 무슨 일 하며 지냈나?
So, Miss Yuri, what have you been up to since the layoff? Bregger gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brows seemed to twitch due to lack of practice, but it's no big deal.
내가 보아하니 그대는 해결사일 것 같소. 그들에게서는 모두 고결한 영웅의 냄새가 난다고 하더군.
It appears to me that thou art an honorable fixer. It is said that all fixers exude the noble scent of heroes. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh.
어디서 그런 소식을 들었는지 모르겠지만 해결사는 그런 영웅들이 아니에요.
I don't know who
봉급자의 부질없는 냄새라면 몰라도.
Don't know who gave you that idea, but fixers are anything but noble or heroic. The only scent you'll smell is the miserable stink of wage slaves.
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게 쉽진 않았을 텐데 용케 해냈군.
It couldn't have been an easy to find another job so soon. Good that you're holding up.
아직은 계약직이에요.
For now, I'm just a contract worker.
아하, 굳이 다시 이곳으로 기어들어온 이유도 그거였겠네요.
Aha, that explains why you decided to crawl on back there.
전 직장으로 돌아가서 크게 한탕이라도 치면 팀장 자리라도 주겠대요.
Did they promise to promote you to team leader or something if you struck gold in your former workplace?
실적을 세우면 계약 기간은 늘어날지도 모르죠.
My contracts might get extended if I return with results.
그렇지. 보통 계약직 시절은 실적 하나에 목숨을 걸어야 할 때니까.
Right. A good result is something to risk your life for if you want to earn a permanent spot.
그거 참 부질없는 목숨이네요.
What a futile life that is.
아까부터 왜 이렇게 비꼬는 거야? 뭐가 그렇게 마음에 안 들어?
Hey, what's with the sarcasm? Is something a problem?
글쎄요. 처음부터 끝까지 마음에 안 드는 거 천지라.
I don't know. I have a problem with every single thing I'm hearing right now. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. Can't seem to get used to being around these people.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할 겁니다, 단테.
It would be beneficial for you to adapt to them sooner than later, Dante.
그럼 출발하지. 손님께서 자리에 앉았다.
Charon, time to go. Our guests have taken her seat.
피피 빵빵. 카른도 빵빵.
Mephi's tongue revived, Charon rearing to drive. Alright. Like I said, we're just going to do this one chapter, and then I'm going to call it there, because that'll be about 2.5 hours. I think it's a good length of a stream. And we'll do one pull.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 검을 좋은 전략이냐? 꽤 잘 가요.
소란이 줄었네요.
거치적거리지만 마.
인간이 휘청거리는군. 죽음으로 참여하라. 끝이야.
시작한다.
인간이 휘청거리는 죽음으로 참여하라.
소란이 줄었네요. 이 정도면 피는 만족할 만큼 본 것 같고.
Alright. Let's head over here. Extract. Okay, so for an ego rarity all 6 quantity, it's a 1.3%. Individual rate is 0.2167. Okay, identities, there's 11 of them. So is it the same? It's the same pulls? Seems like they're the same. Wait a minute. Oh, we can do a single pull that's paid for. Yeah, there's no reason not to do that then. Oh, no. Okay, so that's... It's saying... Okay, I see what it's saying. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, we got another one of her.
공평하게 죽음을 뭐랬더라. 아무튼 다 박살 내러 왔다.
And we got a cheese section 5 Heathcliff. Less than 25% health, plus 1 skill power. Okay. So put that on. Want to upgrade this? Or do I want to upgrade one of my better ones? I actually don't know. I don't know what the best thing to do right now is. Can't upgrade them any further. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me for right now. Let's take a quick look. Inbox. Go ahead. Accept that. Thank you. Cool. That's going to do it for me today. I'm gonna go relax, lay down. Thanks very much for coming in and watching. Appreciate it. I think all the tips you guys are giving me is really helpful, because I sure as shit wouldn't be able to understand what the hell's going on. Later tonight, I'm gonna play more library. And I'm definitely going to have to play more of this because I'm liking where this is going, even though I don't quite understand it yet. We'll save enough points for another poll next time we play. But yeah, thanks for